Okay, it is time for another Flat Earth debate here on the Modern Day Debate Discord stage. I present to you Captain Stark presenting the globe worldview versus Neophyte presenting the not globe worldview. And we have decided before we started to just jump right into open discussion. So, gentlemen, have at it. Please be kind to each other.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, I'll be kind. Like, what do you have to? Like, I'm on the defensive right now.
Yeah. So my question is, can you show me a model like seasons and daylight
Oh.
savings time zones, the sun, night and day? Can you show me the seasons and time zones in
I
one
mean,
model?
you do understand that this concept of the universe was invented for like ever, like at least 4,000 years ago. So
Yes, but
we
yes,
know
yes,
about the seasons and all that. So
yes,
not
but
because
can
your model
can
attributed all those things that it makes it real.
No. Can you show me a model of the seasons and the time zones, please?
I can show you a geoheliocentric model, but I mean that doesn't prove what you're standing on. Like what's
No,
below your
no,
feet,
no, 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 no.
stationary or
It
flat.
does. No, it does because
What do you mean?
you
What do
need
you
a
mean?
model that shows the seasons and
I have
time zones because that's what we are living in right now.
Right, I would just appeal to a geocentric cosmology, and we could still explain it like it was explained before, thousands of years ago. Not like seasons are something new, you know what I mean? So I don't see how that proves what we're standing on. Do you have any measurements for or observations for
Yeah.
actually?
So basically, my measurement is from the sky. So basically, I see the sky curving down, and that I see the Earth like going down, like curving, and that proves that it's a globe.
Well, you see that on the internet, right, and on TV.
No, that's in real life. I see it. I'm not on the internet. I see it. I see it walking down the street.
Okay, well, you know the whole physics law that water seeks its level. Do you think that's not applicable? You think that there's like
No.
you think that all the ocean beds are curving and then the water is like following it through
The
the
wall is
phenomena of
following
gravity? We
it,
call that.
but how can but there's no end. There's no end to it. So it's a globe.
What do you mean? There's no end to it. There
So what you're explaining is we
you
will.
never traveled from south to north in on a circular
People have though,
circular way.
and
Only from east to west.
yeah, but that's
Which is
still
explained on the azimuthal equidistant map. So I don't see
yes,
it.
but that still covers. Yes, but if what you're saying is true, then there should be an end point to the Earth.
You could just keep going in circles,
That's
on
that's
an
a field.
azimuthal plane.
That's
Like
a
you can
globe.
keep
That's a
going.
globe.
No, a circle doesn't mean it's a globe. It can mean it's a plane like inside of the globe. But I mean,
No,
like
no, 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 no,
no,
no.
but like
No, but if it's
a
flat,
cir a great circle is analogous to a sphere. I mean, we can all agree on that. And
okay,
basically,
sure.
okay, and basically the equator would be Earth's surface within the spherical system. I mean, like I don't we can already explain it both ways. I don't know why we're just going around here. Like,
But no, it's a globe
not because you
because
say it's a globe. I mean, I've seen measurements that you see
I
too far. We
I
can go
see measurements
120,000
too.
feet in the air and not see any curvature. Neil deGrasse Tyson admits to that. 63 miles, you can't see any curvature, dude. So, to what point, like, is Is Earth bigger than they say it is, or like why is
No,
why
no,
can't
no. But
we
there's
can't
no
physically
end
see any
point. There's no
curvature?
end point to it.
I haven't seen any proof of any physical curvature, and I think a lot of you guys
No,
agree on
look
that.
at the sky.
What was the original question, Gabby? Hold on, I'm looking at the chat right now. So what was the original question? Oh, okay, my bad. Anyways, like, go ahead, Captain. Like, whatever you've brought me so far has nothing to do with exclusively your belief that you're trying to share to everybody today. About space and Earth orbiting the sun at hypersonic speeds. Like, you can't just yell it's a globe and then it's a globe. You know,
No, but there's
and,
proof.
yes, there's proof. I don't deny that. But I mean,
Like
you can interpret it. You can
so
interpret something apparent to physical.
and we use an airplane and we go above the sky, but we never really see the end of the earth.
Well, I mean, your flight is not designated to go E, and you're on a specific flight path, and you can't see infinitely. So
No, but it it can't be. But it's not flat. The globe. There's no end to it. There's no
there's
end destination where it goes, so it's a globe.
and
So yeah.
I'm getting.
No,
Well,
it
that's not an argument though. You're just saying it's a globe. It goes infinitely. Like,
yeah, it does. What do you mean?
but it doesn't respect the physics of water, man. Water is always gonna lay flat and leveled, man. Like at one point it will spill off your globe.
Have you heard of gravity?
Yes, I know about gravity. I'm just saying it doesn't work on your model.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah, only if down is like 8 different ways. You know, you go through a lot of length to
No.
make stuff.
Gravity goes down, and the Earth is not flat. So what? I'm sure you're understanding of the horizon.
Yeah, the horizon, the true horizon and the apparent one.
Right.
My eyes render for me. Right? The horizon. Okay, go ahead.
So basically, what the water is, it's moved because I believe that the water is still because like that's how the Earth was made. Otherwise there would be no water.
I kind of agree that it was made the same way, you know, due to gravity, but our only like view is you say we're outside of the globe on top of it. Well, I'm saying that we're inside of it. And
We're not.
everything,
We're
yes,
not
and
though.
like what you're telling me is like you calculate physical curvature is actually apparent curvature, and
Yes,
like
yes.
it's all like it's like an upside down world, man. But I'm telling you, like your model, it goes through a lot of length. You know, there's a lot of
Yeah,
baggage attached to
no.
that doctrine.
But it goes infinity. It goes infinity. Like, okay, hold on.
Okay, sure. Okay, the boundary goes to infinity. Okay, I
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
that's
no,
explainable. That's explainable on a hyperbolic disk. What
no, it's not.
do you mean?
It's not explainable on a disk
Well, yeah, because the
because
people inside can't conceptualize what it looks like from the outside looking in.
yes,
Well, what they
no, you're
see every
false.
time they get
False.
closer to the boundary, it gets further and further away.
Have you
Yeah, that's how it
seen
would
have
work
you
on a
seen the
hyperbolic disk.
pictures from space?
Horizon literally means boundary. Like that's what's like around it. Well, I mean, so like the
But
firmament through my
yeah,
model.
but
But
it's a but there's these measurements that goes around and around.
well, I mean, like a clock goes round and round. It's not spherical.
It yeah, sure. What? Yes, it is circle.
It's perfect like that, Jixie. That's the way I want it. I wasn't
No,
really prepared.
no.
So.
A clock is a circle.
Yeah, yeah, a circle. And it's
And it looks like a globe. So it's either like the Earth is a
bro. Okay.
circle. So it's either the Earth is a circle or the Earth is a globe because you use the clock terminology.
Right. Okay. This is not this. This is amazing. Well, this is not where I wanted it to go. I mean, like right now, you're telling me that a clock is a globe, and then you're going through
No,
the.
you
I don't know.
said a
You're
clock is a circle, right? So why is a
oh yeah,
circle
the
when
framework
you
of it. Yeah.
why is a circle?
Well, a circle is analogous to a sphere, man. I'm just saying that we're inside the spherical system. You're saying that we're outside of it, but like I said, you guys go through a lot of length to explain stuff like gravity that could be explained simply. Like why is
But
down relative everywhere, and
life is not a
people
simple
antipodal to us.
concept.
Like people in Australia right now are walking on ceilings. Like yeah, this.
Oh my god, you are. What? It's a globe, like, it goes around and around. And there's proof. There's literally
That's
proof.
hypnotizing. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're saying a clock is a circle and you cover it in, it's a flat? No, it's a spiel.
Well, basically, like the map I claim is the UN map. You know, the United Nations, the azimuthal equidistant. That explains
Yeah.
stuff pretty well. Yeah, like great circle routes and whatnot.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it's just, but there's always an end to it. Like on a clock, when I go,
Well, we're not allowed to explore the 60th parallel. You know, Antarctica. You're aware of that, so but we can't really we can't explore the boundary, and we can't explore the center of I claim is a
but
horizontal
if you,
plane, a flat plane.
right, but I believe, but so if you go on top of the clock and you go around and around, it will never finish because it's a circle. So,
Right. So
right,
that's the way we circumnavigate from east to west. We've never done north to south, which would prove your model, but it's never been done.
because
So gray
have
area.
you heard of the? Have you? Okay,
You just can't
we're
do it.
not allowed to go through Antarctica.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm aware of that.
Yeah,
Oh, I guess it's inconvenient for both models, right? So yeah.
yeah, because when you
Yeah.
say the Earth is flat, then it should be, but no. But the only explanation is it's round.
Bro, every like round like pan like look at Noble Grandma, like a pancake is round. Like that looks yummy. Well, that's round. What's your point? Like you say round, you say oblate sphereward, you say it's like a pear. You guys can never like agree to one like specific model.
Because it's not. No, no, no,
Like a
no.
pancake is round, so you
No,
just
I'm
like
gonna show
you
you a
agreed with flat
model.
Earth
I'm
right
gonna
there.
show you a model that everyone can agree with. I'm gonna show you a model that everyone can agree with.
Yeah, but even if you show me a model everybody agrees with, that's just like appeal to that's like a bandwagon fallacy. Like not because like
Everyone agrees this is how it is. Every globe agrees this is how the Earth should be. Every globalist agrees that this is what the Earth should be.
so it's
Just
basically like a jawbreaker candy. That's awesome.
no,
Nice
No,
model. No, it's a pretty clever model. I like it.
yeah, the upper. So the upper, yeah. So
Oh, Earth.
there's cores and the
Oh,
crust is on the
Earth.
top.
Yeah, Earth is the inner core. Is that Earth right there, the solid in the middle?
No, that's the core. That's the inner core and the outer core.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
But
this is
that's inside the Earth. We're outside of the Earth. We're outside of the Earth.
Bro, it
So
just feels like you're trying to convince me, dude. Like, I don't know. Right now, you only convinced me that I might want to eat some jawbreakers later. Like, am I supposed to like? This doesn't make any sense. Like, the water's so thin, it's like a piece of paper over. Like,
yeah, well.
I understand like the layers, but I just feel like that your model, like, kind of,
No, it
it
makes
kind
sense
of
though,
like this. What do you mean it makes sense?
because this is what every corporate believes. There's 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 crust, and then inside the crust there's like lava and stuff, and then there's core.
Right, but I just so you're showing me this, and
So
therefore there's
where's the
physical
core
curvature.
in your model?
There's
Where's the core?
below our feet, like at
So if
the
it's
very tip
below
of
our
this,
feet, no.
or like the
So if
core
it's
maybe
yeah,
would be the
but
center of the disc, bro. Like inside, like like the point of the great circle. You know, that's analogous to the sphere. It would be like at very center.
right. So we're not stepping on it
Oh,
then. We're
yeah, there's
not.
something below our there's something below our feet. I mean, we only dug 8 feet, 8 miles. Like there's a lot of stuff down there, I guess, that we can maybe contemplate on. But
Yeah,
like we've
but
done predictions, I guess, like modern day science just
but
gave us this model out of
when
it.
you're saying it's below our feet,
Yeah,
that
below our
should
feet.
be a globe.
Well, no,
Then
it can be
no, it can't be.
no, it can be us inside. What do you mean?
It can't be flat though.
Well, it's not. Well, it's not flat, right? We're inside the sphere at the equator. Like Earth's surface is
No,
like
we're
at the
not
center,
inside anything.
at the center intersection
We're not
of that
inside
sphere. Yes, and all
anything.
below us is like this. No, all below us is like a whole bowl of like Earth or whatnot. Like you said, there's layers. We've only dug so much. Like, but yeah, it's like a whole bowl of fucking Earth. I didn't mean to swear, but
We're not
it's,
inside anything. It's a globe.
I know your globe explains a lot of stuff, but I mean, it's nothing too like surprising
It shouldn't be
or like different
surprising.
from the more like from the previous model before that one was accepted. There's not much difference. I mean, except
I don't
except
know what
that
you're talking about,
except that
actually.
yeah, but you have no proof that Earth is orbiting the sun at 66,000 miles an hour. You have no proof of that. I don't even think modern
We
science has
have
any proof of that.
pictures. We have pictures in space.
Well, I'm telling you, most of the pictures you see are probably not real. If you see any like drastic curvature,
What about the moon
they're trying to
landing?
convince you of something.
What
The
about the
moon
moon
landing
landing?
is totally fake.
It's
They,
not. Oh,
yes,
look at this guy. Look
they
at
wanna
this
hide
guy.
the moon and the sun and the truth from you. That's what basically what's going on.
No. When I look at the sky and I see them, I see a round curvature on them. I see them every day and it's round.
Bro. Yes, we
What?
know the seasons are caused by Earth's actual tilt
Right.
and the rotation of the Earth. We know that, but I mean,
But my question
that
is,
still doesn't change what you're
how
standing
how
on. What?
how is Antarctica snowy? How is it's snowy? How is Florida hot but some of the US is not? How is Australia dry but and there's so
Based on the
many things that you have to explain that flat Earth won't do. How is some countries have rain, snow that other countries don't have. That's what you have to explain on the flat model.
Well, what do you mean? The whole atmosphere is contained by the crystalline like dome. Like that's the only way an atmosphere can be like contained. Like your model explains it bad because you say it just like dissipates into the vacuum of space. Like you have no like you have no like firmament container on your model. So yeah, I feel like I mean even Newton described it in ethereal ways that I hold true for when I.
Yeah, but it's hot in Florida and it's cold in other countries.
Well, it's
And
obviously based on geographic locations.
exactly, that's why it's like. But if it's flat, then it can't happen. Because otherwise, the whole world would be sunny and hot.
I don't think it
That's the
works like that.
only way.
It
Have you
doesn't
heard
work.
of summer, spring, fall, winter?
Yeah, obviously, I just explained it to you. It's due to Earth's actual tilt.
The Earth actual tilt? No, the Earth doesn't tilt.
Uh, yes, it has an axial tilt, and the
No,
Earth
it spins
rotates
around.
15 degrees, 15
It
degrees every
spins
every
around.
hour.
It spins around.
You can call it actual rotation. It's the same thing. It's interchangeable.
Sure, but if the Earth is tilted, then we should all fall off. That's what a tilt is. When you tilt it, stuff comes off it.
But the sky or the shell is tilted. It's not because the Earth's axis is connected to the celestial axis.
That
So
doesn't make
basically,
sense.
it does. They're interconnected. You should know that by now. So
No.
yes. Earth's axis of rotation connect to the north and south celestial poles, and like, and they're connected to the celestial axis. And I'm saying that the sky is moving and not the ground itself, because you do know that like Earth has a lot of mass, right? So that's a lot of inertia, a lot of resistance to
Yeah,
motion.
yes. If
So it
the Earth
feels
has a
stationary. Completely feels stationary. You can't tell me elsewise. I can just go outside and like verify that.
sure, if it's stationary, sure, but that's nature of it. What we're talking about is the globe, and you're telling me that things just don't fall.
What do you mean? I already agreed I know what gravity is, and I'm saying that
Yeah, but
it
yeah,
works on my model, but it
no,
works
it doesn't.
perpendicular to
No, it
Earth's
doesn't.
surface.
Because
What do
you
you mean? Even
tilted.
if
Your model is tilted.
it works perpendicular to Earth's surface, I don't see.
That
It's not.
doesn't
It's
work.
the plane we're on right now is not tilted. It's the sphere itself,
Okay, so it's
right?
a sphere, so it's a globe. Thank you.
Like both are differences. Is that mine's the flat plane inside of the celestial sphere,
No,
or
no,
the
no.
globe.
You have no proof of that, though. You have no proof. I'm giving you the proof that it's a globe, and you can't even give me proof that we're living inside of something.
I can measure the ground, and when we see like the
No, you
horizon,
can't. You can't
we
measure the
see
ground.
we see the horizon above 9.4 miles, which would make
Exactly, the
your Earth.
horizon. But what you don't understand is it curves, so it's a
So
globe.
therefore, I just confirmed that the horizon is not physical Earth curve. There's a lot of optical illusions that bring you guys to arrive to that conclusion, but
No,
I can
no,
confirm
no,
that it was
no.
secret.
When you go across the sea, when are you going to hit it? That's my question.
Yeah, the shipping, the sinking ship effect. Is that what you're talking about? Or the
Okay.
no, what was that? Like I just
Yeah, the
I
shipping,
barely understood you.
like
Yeah,
what, like
you can just zoom back into it, and it's gonna come back into view. It's just you have a limited perspective as a human. We're all human. We're all limited to our senses. We all
but
share that, and
but
we all
it's
have, and our eyes
but
will render the horizon for us at a given.
so if it's a horizon, yeah, if it's a horizon, then there should be an endpoint, right? So where's
It's
the
an apparent
endpoint?
horizon. It's an apparent horizon.
Where's the
It's not
endpoint?
correlated.
Where's the
It's
endpoint?
it's not correlated with the flat plane, the true horizon. Like they're both different horizons.
There should be only one horizon though.
Well, I mean, we're human. We have an apparent one, and then Earth has its horizon. I mean, like we have a limit. We have a field of view limit that goes that goes into like a circular route.
Okay.
We have a circular field of view, right? I mean, I'm just saying that we're limited. Like you're expecting me to see like a different like continent from, just being in a regular airplane, but it doesn't work like that. Like we never claim to be Superman or anything.
No, but there should be only one horizon. There can't be two horizons. That doesn't make sense.
It makes sense. What do you mean it doesn't make sense? Like you have your own like apparent horizon that your eyes render. It's not. Yeah, I agree. If it was two like actual physical horizon, that's impossible. But one is simply due to your senses.
No. Well, if it's okay, so if it's our senses, then our senses should be white because we smell, we taste things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, every one of our senses can be explained, but not this one. What? You're saying one of our senses is wrong, but the rest of our senses is right?
Well, I never claimed that my senses were wrong. I mean, like I can go outside, like I said, I can feel myself not rushing through space, and that's a good enough like
No,
psychological
because
reasoning for
no,
me
no,
to
you can't
deduce from it.
feel it. You can't feel it because we were made. We were we were made so we were made to not feel it
Well,
going
so then
around.
you're
Have you
claiming a
heard no,
creator.
have you
Right
heard
now you're claiming to
no,
divine
no,
omnipotence,
let me
like
ask you a
something.
question. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever have you ever heard of the moving car theory?
Sure.
It's where you go 100 miles per hour and you don't feel anything, but when you're outside of the car, you see it go fast. But when you're inside, you don't feel anything at all. You just know you're moving.
I mean, your eyes are like you're actually speeding. Like the closer objects are like
But
they
you're
appear to move
inside the
faster than
car,
the background objects. Like yeah, I agree because you're contained in the vehicle.
so isn't that the same for the Earth then?
Well, yeah, I'm claiming that the Earth is contained within like a crystalline dome or like a glass-like
That's
firmament.
not right though.
What
It's a globe.
that
There,
explains geodesics and refraction and all that as well. Oh yeah, but like
no,
yours
there
is not
is this.
contained. Yours is like a drop top convertible. Like it's like
No, it's not.
eventually air just like dissipates or whatever.
No, it's not.
What do you mean?
I
Gravity's
mean,
doing so much work on your model. It's like doing overtime. I mean, it's much more easily explainable
okay, so
on a
what, you
flat
want it to
plane.
be simple and wrong, or you want it to be complicated and done right? Again,
I
a
mean,
lot of
your
times.
model does a lot of stuff right, but I'm just saying that there's a problem with reality
There's,
and what
well,
we
sure,
feel and
there's
like you
a
said,
problem
our
with
senses.
reality. It's been wrong since 2012. The Mandela effect.
The
The
Mandela effect.
yeah, that it means that we transported into a new universe.
I'm not sure about all that. All I know is that yeah, like that spinning water ball, like everybody, like water seeks its level. I mean, that's the most obvious thing to me.
That's
You,
not
you didn't
that.
prove you didn't prove to me how gravity, like 9.8 meters, per second squared, like how that's affecting every single molecule around the globe. Like it just doesn't make sense, bro. It would spill. Like gravity acts on my glass of water right here, uh, just fine. I,
Sure.
your model is not observable in nature. Like it's
No,
good to a
no,
certain
it's
degree, but you by doing that you got rid of certain like key.
No, we didn't get rid of any key things. We don't. We don't though.
Yeah, because on your model, like the celestial sphere, the celestial equator, and all that is all imaginary. That's what they
Well,
want you to think. It's all imaginary.
no,
Oh,
it's not. Oh my god.
yeah,
But you
dude.
believe we there's there's something protecting us when we can't even see glass, and when we're up in space we can't see anything. So is the pilots on this too?
Well, it's debatable, right? There's only one space station that's like organized by like five.
No, I'm asking,
It's different.
are the pilots, the airplane pilots, in on
No,
this?
they're just doing their job. I mean, I bet you most of them would just say that they feel like a stationary, like topographical plane. Like it's not like inertia, like Earth has a lot of mass, inertia, and resistance to any like the tendency to. I
Yeah,
mean,
there's no saving
it's
you.
what it is. It's not.
There's no saving you. You just
Yeah, I was just rambling. Yeah, but yeah, like yeah, I like the pilots would. They're just doing their job, man. What can you say?
yeah, they are doing their job. So don't you think one of them will check to see if the Earth is really round, or it has a, or 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 it has like if it's glass?
Well, I mean, bro, like we'll never go there because we can't go to Antarctica, right? The boundary, if you will.
Exactly,
We can't
exactly.
look at the boundary, and we can't go in the center, like the axis
But we
mundi, or
can
like
go
the.
up. We can go up.
But to what? Like an airplane is only 30,000 feet. Most things don't pass the Kármán line, which is at 100 kilometers above us, and that's considered like the boundary to outer space, right? Like
So
not much humans go past that Kármán line. I think none of them did since the Apollo missions. And the ISS can obviously, like, you probably know a lot of flat earthers that'll give you like videos of a lot of faking or like a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
like sketchy suspect stuff going on, you know?
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think there's an ISS. They take, nice pictures. It's called Earth's Observatory. You can look at them, but yeah, they're nice images, but it doesn't convince me that they're, at like 410 kilometers up there, and like I think they're a bit closer than that. Because like I said, nobody since the Apollo missions went across the Kármán line, and I would like evidence for that if you did. Like obviously satellites can, right? But not humans. And that's what I want, evidence for that, if you have any.
All right. So satellites. You want
And I told
satellites?
no,
How
no, I
can
told you
satellites?
satellites are okay. I'm okay with satellites because
So
they're
how can they get past it then, and not humans? Because
because it
satellites
would
are
be
more dense than us.
it would be too dangerous for humans.
It wouldn't
The
be too
higher you go, the
dangerous.
more radiation you're subject to, and they tested that on monkeys and all that, and it's dangerous.
Elon
So
Musk is planning to go to outer space.
he's claiming, and he can claim it all he wants. We never been to the moon. We're never
We
gonna go to
have moon
Mars.
landing. Thank you.
We'll never go to Mars. I mean, that's
We
all
went
like
to the moon. We went to the moon.
well, that's where I'd probably call that pseudoscience. I mean, you're allowed to believe that. They sold you that whole idea that was one of their propaganda like missions. Like I guess Operation Mockingbird. Like I don't blame you for that at all.
All right. So there's one question in the chat that I think this is right. So what do you think? What? So here's a good question. Where is it?
Did you want to move to audience questions? We don't have a ton, but there are a few.
No. Yeah, there is. I'm just looking. Someone got rid of it. No, this is it. How do you? Here's Nero. I want to ask you a question.
Yep.
How can you explain the eclipse then from a flat Earth?
Ellipses. I mean, simply due to lunar nodes. Lunar nodes are a major factor into lunar eclipses, and it would just be, the same way you explain it. It's a three-body, a three-body problem, I guess. Like one the Earth's shadow would be cast on the moon or whatever. But it's mostly due to the lunar nodes. That's all I know about eclipses. But I don't see why like it wouldn't work on my model. I would just appeal to the geocentric model, which I think is what your model appeals to anyway to calculate these things. It's been like I told you,
Yeah,
it's been done for thousands of years. Even when the art like the so-called archaic flat Earth like model guys like or whatever like it's all been done like the Antikythera mechanism. This like an analog computer from like 2000 BC. Like all types of stuff. Like why wouldn't be able to explain eclipses? It's not something like based on heliocentrism at all. You know, yeah, look up lunar nodes. That's the only time the
I
impossible
will.
eclipse will
I
happen,
will
or the
right now.
eclipses. Okay. In Hinduism, I think they're called Rahu and Ketu or whatnot. But yeah, they're just
Oh,
other words for the lunar
yes.
nodes.
So basically, the things. So So when I looked up, lunar nodes, it showed us it. Most of the pictures, or most of the images, it showed me the Earth being a globe.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
So,
It shows it
so
being
your
in a globe.
thoughts. So lunar nodes are
No, it's
how
just
big?
a
You
it's a
can't.
it's a,
What?
it's just a projection of the flat realm, the it being projected onto the sphere, because I told you it's in a spherical system, so it just projected on there,
No, it's not.
just for visual like
No, how
aesthetics.
can but if it's flat, then there shouldn't be any eclipses. And again,
What do you mean? It, Earth would be in the middle of like multi-layered like sphere like multi-layered spheres of the planets. Like it would be nested in all of that. Like what do you mean? Like it would everything's still orbiting the Earth. I mean,
yeah,
I
everything.
right.
Right.
Well, when you say flat Earth, well, I rather use it's orbiting like the spherical system as a whole, like not
No,
only flat Earth.
there's nothing to it though.
Well, you just said there's nothing to it, but there's some peer-reviewed papers that say that there's probably something to it. And even the celestial medium was, I think, basically proven at this point. If I can get my citation, which I have, that I can provide.
Sure.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay, I'll probably do that later, right? So the time I fetch it back, but.
Wait, later? Why not now?
Well, I mean, I had it pulled up a couple days ago. It'd probably take me a couple minutes, so I don't have time to do that right now. I can definitely follow through. So that's not a problem.
You have to follow through with the claims.
Okay. Yeah, right now though. But
Why?
like,
Do you have to make it?
no. Well,
Yeah.
all I'm saying is I'm bringing back the maybe the more ancient way of seeing things as the ether was the fifth element, like the
But
most essential element that like somehow like we completely like took
but
out of
there's
that
different
model,
ways of
right?
doing it
It still
now.
it still exists. You guys just rejected it. You rejected it into your model. You guys are compartmentalized in like certain, you gotta appeal to a certain framework. You guys don't accept it, but I mean it's definitely a thing.
I don't think so. No. No, because everything has gotten better. Like, 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 like the past knows only so much, but the future generations will know more. So I don't think going back to the past is a good idea because the future generations has modern technology to help us see everything more
Yeah, I
clearly.
think it's much more diluted and much more. I like yes, we do have technological advancements, but I just don't think like they're not bringing anything new to the table. I think that you know the giants of field theory brought everything that we have right now. They're just displacing what's already been brought. But I don't know.
They're
I guess
not displacing anything because we
well,
know more now.
right, but we know more for sure. Like I feel like probably
We
know less.
do. We do. Because we've been around longer than them. deep, like 1600.
But like I said, but I told you, like everything's been predicted like for thousands of years. Like your model is nothing new. I mean, we can predict eclipses. They've always been
Yeah,
predicted.
yeah,
With, like I said, with lunar nodes.
but the one thing that you're not, but you don't agree that it's a globe from what everyone
Well,
says in the
well,
past.
see, the reason I was iffy about accepting this debate is because I'm not entirely 100% sure because I already know the cosmology, the heliocentric model where the Earth orbits the sun. I know that's not real, right? So I already have a replacement for that, which is a different model, the geo-heliocentric model. But I mean, I'm still working on this whole concept, right? Because I still think that we're observers in this theater we call Earth.
Why?
I'll see why not. We're the only one with a biosphere. Like, name another planet. You want to visit other planets? What's the point? They don't have what we have,
Probably the moon or Mars.
Yeah, but they don't have what Earth has, like a biosphere of living things,
You don't
of
know that.
nature, of
You don't know
flora.
that. You never been there.
They did they did measure all the planets, right? Like what they're made of
They
and
did.
their
They
density,
measured
their
all the
volume, their mass.
planets. We can look
All
it
right,
up
well, we
right
know that
now.
yeah, well, we know that we can't inhabit any of those planets. Like you said, Mars looks probably like the most realistic one, but I mean, like I told you, this is in no way going to be
Maybe
possible.
maybe there's
And
aliens
and
on
I
it.
guess I can't really back up that claim until next year's lunar launch. Apparently, they're
Yeah,
launching
true.
humans,
True.
but yeah, so I can just leave
Yeah.
it at that for now. But I know that's going to be faked again if it doesn't fail before they even launch. But it is what it is. Yeah, I can't
It
really just say
probably
that.
won't be. It probably won't be.
Yeah, benefit of the doubt. Yeah, 100% won't.
Okay, sure. With you about it. With you about it.
So, did you want to move to audience
Yeah,
questions? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, if we can just, if they can just post the questions again with more
Oh
information.
no, we were testing. We were using you guys as a bit of a guinea pig to test something that I wrote that will hopefully
Right.
gather questions a lot easier. So I do have them all queued up here. Some of them aren't real, but from Shane and Ethema, how can you test the Earth shape at home? He didn't put a specific. Oh, for both. He did actually. Question for both. How can you test the Earth shape at home?
With
By
shadows, with sun shadows. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
by
my only
looking
guess.
at the sky and looking at the curve of the sphere. I guess you can say shadows. Yeah, I guess you can test it by shadows.
Okay,
Right.
thank you very much. Another question from Savant for Neo. Do you ascribe to any particular flat Earth model? Can you provide a flat Earth model in relation to the position of the sun such that people in different hemispheres experience different seasons while people in different parts of the world experience different times of day? I can repeat the question if you'd like.
Well, no. I mean, I definitely see where he's coming from. You can't. Like I said, my model's not 100% complete right now, but I would just appeal to, just a regular geocentric cosmology. It's like it doesn't need to be an Earth orbiting the sun in order for that to happen. But I mean, like, yeah, I get his question. Due to the tilt and the rotation of Earth, but on my model is the sun in motion and not vice versa. Anyways,
Okay, thank you very much.
that's about it.
From Source, I'm not sure this is a quite legitimate question, but what is a bowl of Earth? I don't.
Oh, bowl of Earth, right? Well, I mean, a sphere, like a 2D circle is analogous to a sphere. So it's like let's say it's like the equator intersection, the horizontal cut in between a sphere. And basically that bottom bowl, the southern hemisphere, would be like where all like the layers, I'd say like the Earth core layers are, which is below our feet because we're actually inside the sphere, right? Anyways, that's my like way of thinking. But yeah, that's what a bowl would look like. Like basically a southern hemisphere filled with like earth metals and all that stuff and water and stuff.
Any comments? there wasn't a specific person that was directed to, so I'll give you the chance to
No,
respond if you have
no,
anything. No.
no, I don't know what that is, so I won't bother.
Uh, I am not going to try to pronounce this person's name. Yuziath Voka had a question that wasn't quite related, but they followed up with a how does physics prove spheres? I think they in other comments they were alluding to gravity and mass attracting mass.
So basically, what I believe, um, so basically, we are pulling down from. So I believe the core has a special power that brings us down to the earth, and that's how we stick on land and not float in air. So I believe the inner core or the outer core has a special kind of power that pulls us into the ground, but not fully.
And Neo, did you have any comments on that question? There wasn't a specific person it was directed to, so feel free.
Yeah, well, he was asking how gravity forms spheres.
Yes, or
Is that?
specifically, how does physics prove spheres? But the implication based on
Oh,
surrounding
okay.
context was gravity.
Right. I think gravity forms oblate spheroids, which are like toroidal fields. That's as far as I'll go, I guess.
Okay, thank you for that. We do have another question from Anathemata. How do you explain, this is for Neo, how do you explain eclipses on a flat Earth? This actually was, I think Captain actually asked this. He saw it in chat and pounced on it. So I
Oh
guess
yeah,
technically you guys did answer that one already.
yeah. Well, like I said, I'm not the typical flat earther, right? So I won't. I would just like appeal to geocentric cosmology, because even that is still kind of going against our model, you know. But yeah, I'd appeal to Tycho Brahe's geoheliocentric model and explain that with the moon, the sun, and the lunar nodes. You know, it's a three body like system or work like with the lunar nodes as well, with the moon being near one of them. Anyways, yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. The next question would be from Shane or Thema again. Why do we see mountains get lit up from the top down at sunrise on a flat Earth? I assume that would
Oh,
be
man.
directed to Neo.
Yeah, I totally get it. I don't know why I'm answering to Mark Reed right now. Okay, I'll just stop. He kind of threw me off. Like, I don't know. I'm looking at chat. Can you repeat that? I'll just close chat.
Why do we see mountains get lit up from the top down at sunrise on a flat Earth?
Well, I mean, on my model, it's like going below the horizon. It's still like on the. It has to do with the firmament, you know. Actually, like in the actual rotation. It's just it's going below the horizon, and the mountain happens to be in front of it. Uh, I don't know how I can be more detailed. So that's the best I can answer it for now, at least.
Okay. Follow up. Well, yeah, follow. No, not a follow up question, but a question from Uziath Voka. What about the photos of the universe proves the astrophysics of spheres?
Sure. I mean, I don't deny any orbs in the sky. You know, you guys probably already know like that we call them wandering stars, right? That most flat earthers call them that at least. Yeah, they're wandering stars. Yeah, what about them? They're orbs in the sky. That doesn't mean that what we're standing on is necessarily a globe in space. Like, I mean, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Question from Mark Reed for Neo. What novel testable predictions has your model made?
Well, I'm not appealing to the flat Earth model right now, but if I appeal to the Tychos geoactual like binary system, like it can predict pretty much the same as the heliocentric model while keeping a geocentric Earth, and they can pretty much predict everything like Halley's Comet or maybe like solar eclipses and whatnot. It just, like I told you, things have been predicted since the start of time. I don't know why. I guess yes, I know the flat Earth whole idea of flat Earth is ridiculous because what kind of model would they have? But I mean, most of the time, a flat earther is just somebody that like realized that NASA was like full of shit, if you will, and it's just a way to like buck back the system. But eventually, I guess you go back to your roots. Like I've seen like I'm not 100% sure right now, so I can't really, like I have a different like solar like cosmology system than I do like flat Earth because I do still think that we experience a flat plane and measurably so, and sense perception so.
Okay. Another question here from Bitar. Neo, why do the Jupiter moons periods match the proportions they should have if the Kepler laws were true? Remember that the Kepler's laws are based on Newton's gravitation and should only work if gravity existed.
Okay. Uh, sure. I mean, Newton's law of gravity in the universe is pretty outdated. It's not as precise as like general relativity or something. But I mean, I feel like the geocentric model explains stuff even better because everything's in a better order, right? Like the gas giants being the really last ones, and I have nothing against mutual mass acceleration. Like, yes, there's Jupiter has moons, and they're accelerating, around it and whatnot. All he said was a fact. I mean, I could just agree with him at this point. I mean, but I don't completely agree with the Newtonian physics universe because he was. I mean, it's only good to a certain amount because, like I told you, when it comes to like energy density, like it can't really answer that.
Okay, thank you very much. Another one here from Christian Anarchist 69. Nice. I'm from Australia. Is Australia real from Neo's perspective?
Oh, yeah, it's real. It's on the southern hemisphere. Or picture one hemisphere, right, and then slice it in two, right? So you still like Australia would be away from the North Star Polaris, more to the south, let's say. I mean, I'd have to show a picture. I'm pretty sure I linked him a picture when I like earlier, so you can probably look at that. It's a simple picture of how where he would be in that specific
Okay.
as a Muthal map. I mean, yeah, you can just look at the azimuthal equidistant map. I know it's not 100% accurate, but yeah, if you're on there, you're heavily distorted on that map, but I mean, you're still there. It counts.
Alrighty, thank you very much. And I want to apologize to Captain. Unfortunately, in flat Earth debates, the bulk of the questions are typically towards the flat Earth side.
Yeah.
But let's move on to another question here from Uziath Voka. What about objects in space? They are made of the same physical elements and share the same physics. Question.
That was for me, right?
I would assume so, yes.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, I know what all the planets are made of. I think I looked it up a couple weeks ago. But yeah, no, there's gas giants. There's actually difference in their composition. One has argon, the other one has other stuff. Like I think Uranus has methane or whatnot. Like, and even the moon has like 2% of like trace elements and like iron and stuff. But yeah, what about it? Like they're perfectly placed on a geocentric cosmology, if you will. The gas giants are all the way in the back. I mean, the Earth is the most dense and it's at the center. Meaning it has more mass per volume. It's highly compact. Anyways, I don't want to sidetrack on that.
Okay, I do have another question here from the same person. However, it by reading it, it sounds like the exact same question. What about other planets prove physics are the same everywhere in the cosmos? To me, that does sound like the same question.
Well, I mean, it's not though because Earth has a biosphere. We're like extra special. I mean, I hate saying that word, but it is what it is, you know. Like on the specific heliocentric model, they put us like in the center and like we're dancing with the stars, but that doesn't correlate to what's actually going on over here and why we have living things. Yeah.
Okay. So far, the last question we have. If there are any more, please feel free to tag the bot. It seems this is from Bitar. It seems from your answer to my last question, uh, Jupiter's moons, that you agree that gravity exists. What stops gravity from turning this plane into a globe then? If there was a flat Earth and gravity existed, some simple vectorial math would show you that your flat Earth would become a globe.
Well, see, the whole idea is since we have something extra, we're like we're like gravity pulled inside out, if you will. Well, like if you look into like black hole like theory or whatnot, we're just like inside of some system. I mean, yes, it's still spherical in nature, but I mean, it's not making us collapse. It's actually containing us and saving our lives. You know, like yeah. I think it's a white hole theory as well. It was mentioned, something like that. But yeah, that's how to explain that.
Alrighty, that wraps up all of our questions that have been tagged by the bot, at least, or tagged to the bot, at least. I don't. I do see a couple tagged directly at you, but they're not exactly questions for the debate, I guess. I guess if I'll give Captain a couple moments since it's been Neo on the mic for a bit. If you had
Yeah.
anything to say,
Yeah. So how do we measure who wins this debate?
that is a question as old as time.
I'd be fine with saying there is no winner.
Yeah, same here, honestly.
Alrighty, everyone. If anybody else in the audience has a question, get it in now. At this point, just tag me directly if you want. Otherwise, I think we're coming up on almost a clean hour, so maybe. Oh, Shane,
Howdy. Oh, I
howdy.
was just popping up to say good job. Thanks to both of you for doing this. Who done it for
No problem.
hosting the debate. If either of you guys have any time, was gonna open the stage up for a little bit. If anybody wanted to come up and ask either of you questions directly,
Please be aware, folks, that this is being recorded.
and that
Cool.
we can always kill the formal part of the recording if we want, if the debate's done, and just move into a kind of a post debate hangout.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking that might be an idea. So I'm going to hit my wait screen and actually, I'll just say, have a good day, everyone. Thanks for joining us for another MDD Discord stage debate.